Hello there, guess what I haven't done in a while? Recorded a vlog update for you. So that's what we're gonna do today. Now, as you can hopefully tell by the Uhrturm in my background, I am still in Graz, but probably not for long anymore. I've just been showing around to couch surfers. That's why I came up on the Schlossberg today. I mean, it's not the ideal vlogging location because, you know, those flags here are quite loud, but hey, no location is the perfect location. And that is also true for selecting a city to live in. But I think that I'm gonna move to Munich. Why Munich? Well, I want to get away from Graz. I already told you that, I think, because first of all, air pollution. Secondly, I've been here for almost 10 years now and I want to change. I'm one of those people who want change in their lives and I'm ready for the next chapter, and so why not also change city? I think that's a good thing because Graz is a real student city, and if I now start working here in Graz, then I'll probably just miss all the things that I could do when I was a student. So just changing completely is a good thing. Now, I could go anywhere in the world really, and I was thinking about, you know, Canada for instance. Vancouver would be cool, but I think I want to stay in the EU, and also my parents really want me close to them, and I did rule out some other countries, so basically there's not much choice left. But let's start different. Leaving Graz, I don't want to go for a smaller city because we're already at the limit of stuff that is offered here that I'm happy, because I do want my ultimate, my improv and so on. So I do need the city to be somewhat big. And Graz is already the second biggest city in Austria. Then there's only Vienna as the biggest city in Austria. But I do not want to go to Vienna because Viennese people. No, I don't know, the city, although it's a beautiful city, I don't know, I never felt good with it. As an Austrian, you just need to hate the capital. No, it's not a hate, I don't hate it. We don't hate it, it's just prejudice against Viennese people. Also, I don't like the Viennese accent. So, Vienna is nope. So, and then the next best thing that is somewhat close is Munich. And Munich, in fact, is also a very pretty city. See, Graz is not usually a windy city. That's why Graz is a very polluted city. But today it's not very polluted, therefore it's windy. No, the other way around. Today is windy, therefore it's not so polluted. Therefore I really like the view right now. I mean, you don't see Graz that often with that little pollution. Look how fucking nice Graz looks. Don't think I would want to go for the really big city. I think Berlin is gonna be too big. But Munich is a good size, the next step up of more things to do and more money you need to pay for accommodation. Anyway, it's fine. I will be able to afford it because I'm gonna have a job. Anyway, so yeah, so for now I don't have any bad experiences with Munich. I mean, people say that the Munich people tend to tell you why they're great and then they expect you to tell them why you're great and something. So they're very, you know, hochnäsig, as one would say in German, but that's the same with the Viennese, so apparently that comes with living in a big city, or I don't know, but I guess I'll just try, you know. Well, what do I have to lose? Anyway, that's for selecting the city, but I didn't really select the city. I kinda tried to select the job. It just so happens that the 3 job offers that I have, or the 3 jobs that I'm interested in, all kind of happen to be in the city of Munich. So yeah, that's why it's probably gonna be Munich. Right, so let's talk about jobs and job offers. So I told you last time that I wanna, you know, work in IT consulting, and so I just googled IT consulting, and the first thing that came up was the Reply Group. Reply is a consulting company originally from Italy, also in Germany, and I basically applied there and was like, yo, I want to work for you. And they were like, yo, what you want to do? And I was like, yo, I'm interested in these and these topics. And they were like, yo, this subsidiary called Data Reply is the thing for you. And then I was like, yeah, I apply for Data Reply. And then I applied for Data Reply and had my first interview on Skype. Then I went to Munich to have an interview there. And just today, I had the third interview with the CEO of the company, and now they made me an offer. They don't actually pay that bad either. They're really like specialized on big data solutions and machine learning solutions, so that's quite cool. But then there are other companies that I also applied for. With a headhunter who texted me on LinkedIn, he suggested a company called TNG, and I've also applied for them, and then they invited me to Munich, so I went to Munich, and they interviewed me. There was a technical interview. Basically it took the whole day, but in the end they also made me an offer, and I'm actually considering them because they have such a nice working climate. I feel like they really support the people who work for them, and they try to have events. And yeah, TNG Consulting is a consulting company in Munich with approximately, I think, 400 people or so. The cool thing about them is just that I really have the impression that working there could be fun, even though I don't even know what projects they're doing, or there's so many projects that, you know, I wouldn't know where I would work, which area I would work in. But I have an offer and I'm definitely considering it. And then there's a third company called Netlight. Basically, when I got the offer from TNG, I was like, okay, what are the competitors offering? And so I googled consulting in Munich, and I found Netlight as the company. Yes, that's how it worked. And then I read through their profile and I was like, wow, that also sounds like a great company. They are very focused on, you know, having a low impact on climate. They have a policy where they support trains rather than flying, and they have a very strong focus on equality. In order to avoid the gender pay gap, they pay each person on a certain level the same thing. So I just really liked it when I read through that, and I was like, yeah, I'm also gonna apply for that. And then I applied for that, and then a few days later they came back to me and were like, yo, wanna have a talk via Skype? And I was like, yo, I'm already in Munich, wanna hang out? And they were like, yo, just come over. And then I came to their place, and yeah, that's how stuff works with me. I'm like, yo. Anyway, yeah, so I had the first talk with them while I was in Munich. Then I had a second interview via Skype where I did some simple coding, which was super easy, and they were like, okay, we invite you to Munich again. So this week I'm gonna go to Munich for a third time, and a third job interview with a technical interview and the business case and whatnot. And then I'm also gonna talk to the partners in case they do want to make an offer, and then they might potentially make an offer. So I don't have that offer yet, but I would already know what the offer would be in terms of salary, because they pay each person the same. So you start as a junior consultant, then you get a senior consultant or whatever, and on the same step basically you get the same salary. Everybody gets the same salary. So, and I already know what that is, and it's not so bad. And I was like, yeah, I guess that's a good market value that I have there. And Data Reply is also offering something along those lines. Just TNG is a little bit, well, actually kind of almost significantly lower, but I guess I can negotiate still, because let's be honest, I think TNG so far is my favorite. I mean, Netlight, it also really sounds cool. They're a bigger company, originally from Stockholm, but then they expanded, and now they have a lot of people, so a lot of expertise, and lots of different projects, which also sound very interesting. The only thing with Netlight that I don't like so much is that they expect you to be at the customer for 40 hours, and then additionally to that, they also kind of expect you to, you know, check up with your mentor and whatnot, so that's not working time. Whereas with TNG, you have your 40 hours a week, but 10% of your working time is invested into education, so getting better, and that's kind of cool. So at the moment, my favorite is still TNG. I just need to, you know, get the salary up to the point where I don't think that I'm missing out. It's gonna be really hard to make a decision here, because there are, although they're all consulting companies, and although they're all fairly new in their style, so it's not a big company with the hierarchy, they're all very flat, hierarchically flat, is that how you say it? Anyway, there are differences in that one is focused on the technical stuff, where I think that the technical things are going to be really interesting. Then the other one I think has the most overall technical competences and the most knowledge in the company, so I think I would learn most about how companies work there. But then the other one is also where I think I would have most fun working, and in the end that might be the most important thing. I don't know, it's gonna be hard to make a decision. Maybe I only need to decide between two, because the third one is not gonna make me an offer, but let's be honest, I'm awesome and I will get that third offer as well. Yes, that's how fucking strong my ego is pushed after those job interviews. I mean, for instance, today at the job interview, he told me that the people who did the technical interview were really impressed with my skills, and I was like, yep. And I basically was like, I have another offer, I would kind of want that. And then he was like, all right. Yeah, I mean, I guess they really want me to work for them, so. But now comes the point, today starts the time when I really need to start to decide soon, because unlike TNG, Data Reply did set a deadline for when I need to decide. So they said within 2 weeks I need to make a decision, so I need to sign the contract, and otherwise the offer is retracted. TNG is like, oh no, we know that we're so cool, so it's fine if you check out others, we know that we're better, so just come back to us later. Which I think is really nice of them, because it gives me opportunity to check out others, and it doesn't push me towards something which is something I wouldn't have liked. And that's why I rate TNG higher as well, so it works for them. Netlight says, we want you to come back to us within 1 week. So I have it all scheduled like that I need to make the decision on the 20th of August. And yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing. And that was a short little update on how it's going. So chances are that I'm gonna find a job. Well, I did find some jobs, but you know, chances are that I'm actually gonna take one of those jobs and move to Munich. So that's fairly certain by now that I'm gonna move to Munich. I'm also already looking into flats that I can rent there, and other opportunities, like Homefully has a pretty nice thing for young professionals, but it's also super expensive, and I'm thinking of maybe going for a shared flat. I don't know, we will see. But yeah, job wise it's probably gonna be Munich, and it is probably gonna be a 40-hour job. I mean, I have been complaining about 40-hour work weeks a lot, and I was like, that's way too much, this is not conform with the current times anymore. It would be better if I just work part-time and then do other stuff. But with consulting, it doesn't really make sense below 40 hours, at least that's what they say. So I'm definitely gonna start with the 40 hours and see how it goes. You know, I told myself that I'm gonna try it for at least 6 months, because that's the Probezeit, that's the time where you can easily be kicked out again and easily quit yourself. Just no, I don't want this, and you're out. 6 months is the usual time in Germany. In Austria it will only be 1 month, but in Germany you usually have 6. And I said those 6 months I do want to push through, even though in the beginning I will probably not be very happy, because I come from doing nothing all day, and then working 40 hours a week is, you know, a bit of a difference. But 6 months I can try, and if I'm still unhappy, then I can quit and search something else, something part-time, or maybe even become self-employed if I already have an idea for a business opportunity or something. But you know, that's status quo. That's what I'm gonna be doing gonna be working starting October probably, because I want to move to Munich by 1st of September, and then I want 1 month to acclimatize to the city and, you know, make friends and whatnot, figure out where I can do improv and ultimate and all that stuff. Because if I'm just moving there and then already start working, then I think it's all gonna be too much. If I have a month before, that should be cool, and then it will be easier, you know, time to buy a bike and figure out how stuff works in Munich, and figure out all the insurance shit, and yeah, and properly move in. Yes, that's all the things that I wanted to tell you today. Thank you for listening, and you are welcome, Mom, that I now finally tell you what's going on. I just don't want to tell this story so many times. I just prefer to tell it once to a camera and then refer to my YouTube video. Yeah, if you want to know what's happening in my life, guys, fucking go to YouTube. That's the kind of person I am. Fucking asocial. I don't want to talk about me. I just don't like talking about myself. I feel so... This, you know, this is my life. I mean, like, kind of weird, although it's, I don't know, I'm a weird person. Anyway, I now have to go to an a cappella rehearsal, and you have to make your motivation. Whoa, that almost got me out of flow. It's 1:45, and at 6 I need to rehearse, because it's one of the last things that I'm gonna be doing here in Graz. I'm gonna sing at a wedding. Yeah, sure, because why not? A cappella should be fun. Yeah, so I gotta go. I don't really have any question for you today, because I'm fairly sweet on my ride, and I'm gonna make that decision anyway, so you couldn't possibly really help me with that. So I'm just gonna say goodbye and promise you that there will be an update fairly soon, because fairly soon I will have to decide for one of those 3 companies. Well, or as a 4th option I can say I want none of them, but as for now it definitely looks like I could work at all of them. I would give all of them a try. It's just that, you know, I definitely don't want to work more than 40 hours a week. So 1 is definitely enough. Thank you for your interest in my life, and I shall see you again sometime in Graz. This is probably gonna be one of the last times that I'm up here, because I'm gonna leave the city fairly soon. Bye bye, Graz. It was nice living here for 8 years. Look how non-smoggy it is. So cool. So cool, so nice. What a nice city. Yep. Thank you very much, Graz. It's been a pleasure.